Happy New Year. Welcome to Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Got an awesome show planned today. Again, Happy New Year to everybody. Tonight we'll be talking about what I did wrong in 2019. Y'all hear a whole lot of shit, ain't you? But real talk, what we'll be talking about, I'm real big on goal setting and setting your goals up each year and everything. And what we'll be discussing is those goals that I set at the beginning of 2019, which ones I made happen, which ones I didn't make happen, why I didn't, and also, talk about some of the things I got planned for 2020. So I'm really excited about this show. That's one of the things I harp on a lot about with folks are setting goals and being able to plan out your life and stuff like that instead of just shooting from the hip and wishing upon a star, praying on it. Leave it in God's hand and all that kind of stuff. And God looking down at you like, look here, buddy. Come on now. Get your damn brain. Shit. God damn, you gonna put everything on me? Damn. Get your heart and a brain. So, I'm excited about that. First, I want to say what's up to my super producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on? Another year.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year to you, brother. There you go.
Happy New Year.
All right. Also, Slick 316 in here working the ones and twos. Also, give a special shout out to Joni. Joni yesterday rung the bell. She had her last chemo treatment.
Okay.
And everything like that. So big shout out to Joni.
Yay, Joni.
Yeah. So that was cool yesterday. And she been in the damn bed ever since. She rung the damn bell. But I talked to her. She did. She done the chemo treatment and everything. So I'm super excited with her about that, man. And as always, we rehashed the previous week. We in a whole new decade, 2020. So
That's right.
Happy New Year to everybody and stuff like that. I had an awesome past decade. Went through a lot, did a lot and everything. I think I ended it on the right note and everything. But I'm really looking forward to the 2020s. What they got in store for me and everything like that. So I'm super excited about that. This show, Changing Lives, man, we grew a lot. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that we did with the show, because I also want to bring up some of my milestones that I achieved in 2019. But I also want everybody to know I put a lot of thought into what I want to do with the show for this year. So we got a lot of great shows planned for this month and next month. A lot of self-improvement, a lot of self-awareness. Next month going to be kind of like a Black History centered. We're going to talk about Black history. We're just going to talk about Black folks.
Okay.
And Black issues. But I'm super excited about it, man, and everything. But I'm hyped up, man. I'm hyped up and everything. Also, we're in 2020. Y'all know I own Majestic Business Services, and we're getting ready for tax season 2020. How about that? And today being January the 2nd, today is the first day that we were able to offer out the fast cash advance loans.
Okay.
So, we was able to get those people up to $6,000. The phone was ringing. The appointments were getting booked and everything. All that money I spent in advertising in December, it's paying off. It's paying off. That calendar was filling up this morning. It was filling up and everybody's calling and everything. So it was cool. So, again, give us a call. We'll put the contact info and bring it up and everything. What's going on, Coach? Coach said Black history every day. Absolutely, absolutely. I wish that were the case, man. But shoot, man. Again, that's a whole nother story. We talk about people just that reluctancy to learn and read and everything. But all we can do is just, keep pushing and everything. And that's really what I'm thinking about with February. I want to put that whole awareness month. Talk about different issues and stuff like that and stuff, Did you get the...
I got the outline.
You got an outline?
I haven't had a chance to look at. I skimmed over it, but I haven't looked at
for the summaries.
Yeah.
Okay,
summaries,
cool. Yeah, I thought about those and everything. So just I'm super excited about it and everything. So as you can tell, brother, I've been thinking.
You've been working. You've been thinking and working. I saw you sending the outline too.
There you go. Also, with tax season, we get those $50 cash referrals. So make sure you send them to us. And most importantly, the cash for $50 cash for the bank cards. We got the up to $6,000 fast cash advance loans going. Is there anything I'm forgetting? No, that's about it. So make sure you go to Majestic Business Services or book an appointment. If you got any question or anything, just give us a call. The number is 678-479-4007. You can visit us on the web at www.majesticbiz.com. As always, remember, I always put the contact information, the website, the phone numbers, and everything is going to be attached to all the videos on YouTube. So make sure you go there. If you're looking at Instagram or Facebook, it's great. That's just the best we got to do it. Most importantly, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to that. And I got that. Also, most important, Lab brought to my attention, we had 2,400 subscribers.
That's right.
For Changing Lives. It was a great milestone to make. But also, Mr. Short Dollars at 112 subscribers.
Moving on up.
I was inboxing the hell out of folks and harassing people. So Mr. Short Dollars at 112 subscribers. And I got some a lot of goals with Mr. Short Dollar and everything. But I just want to thank everybody for their love and support. Because, you know, your boy Pooch can run his damn mouth and everything. And I hope I put some good stuff out of there, everybody, and everything. So one thing about this show, I'm always telling people what to do. But, you know, I also be kind of transparent myself. You know, I laugh at myself a lot and everything. Because, you know, one thing about me, you know, I don't think anybody can come back and say one thing. Well, hey, Poochie, you didn't have this, you didn't have that. You can't really come back and say stuff like that to me because I'm always saying about how poor I was growing up and what I did have and what I didn't have, good and bad, right, and everything. So the same thing I want to also do with the show. So that's why, you know, if I'm sitting here telling people how to do things and apply stuff from a goal setting standpoint, I want to also be saying, okay, look, you know, this is application. Okay, I'm the main crash test dummy, the test tube baby. You know, this is what I did with myself, and if it didn't work, you know, this is what happened with it. So that's why I want to have, you know, be transparent with myself today in regards to the things I set out. And I want to kind of make this a yearly thing with the show, just like, hey, you know, this is what we set out to do, you know, and it didn't work, and also kind of let you guys give you ideas what I'm trying to do going forward and stuff. So when I say this in terms of the thing, what I did wrong in 2019 is mainly centering around that. Okay. Setting those goals, what I did right, what I did wrong, and, you know, how we can correct it and move going forward and stuff like that. Hey, again, this is Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got a lot of videos, a lot of good information. So you subscribe to the channel, you know, leave comments, you know, share it. Also go to Mr. Short Dollar and everything. Just like I said, Mr. Short Dollar. You'll see my handsome face pop up once you do it, getting everything. So keep supporting everybody. You know, I hope we're putting good information out. And I put it out there several times on Instagram, like, and Facebook. If you got any show comments or questions that you want us to talk about on the show, right, send it to us.
Send it to, yeah.
You know, I mean, it's there. I don't run away from anything and stuff like that. You know, just don't talk about my mama or nothing. But, you know, I think if you got any questions, you know, about life, finances, business, and stuff like that, I'm extremely accessible.
Right.
And everything
that's
like
true.
that. So, but just keep pushing it with us and everything. You know, I'm super excited about 2020. But, you know, Lab, I'm gonna tell you something. I've had a goal probably for the past 5 years. Okay. That my ass ain't did a damn thing with. Now everybody know Poochie. Know that I got another woman in my life. Been with over 20 years. Met around the same time I met my wife.
Okay.
And that's my 78 Cadillac Coupe de Ville.
78, you say?
78.
Okay.
You know, with
Coupe
the great Coupe de Ville. All right. You know, my short ass, I can actually lay straight across. Good time. Right. Hey, you know, that everyone knows that. And big old license plate in the front, got Poochie on the front. And everybody know my kitty. But my kitty been in the garage for about 6-7 years.
Really?
I don't let the damn go out of the tires. Got so much shit going on, just whatever. And it's like a sad reminder every time I walk out the door, looking in the garage. You know, it ain't really going to waste because it's inside the garage, but it just ain't there. And I've had on my goal list for at least the past 5 years, Cadillac.
Refurbish it,
get it going and everything like that. Now, before I get started, I will say for the most part, I'm just blaming. I know you listen to the show. My best friend Ricky Dossie, is a mechanical instructor. Rick has always left to Rick to do it, but Rick been in and out of the country doing a contract work in Iraq. So a lot of stuff, I really haven't trusted people to do it. But, you know, even to that point, I still haven't said to do it. And I think this is one of the things that I can just say from personally, I should have been got done.
Right.
And my ass has really laid out plans. This month I'm gonna do this month I'm gonna do that. But in the grand scheme of things, I've skipped over it. And it's just something, man. I'm just like, how in the hell I keep missing that every damn year? And people ask me all the time, man, what a kitty, what a Cadillac?
Right.
It's in the garage. The garage, because people assume I've sold it.
Right.
Cause like I said, man, that is that
Was that your troublemobile?
Nah, that's the pooch mobile.
Oh, okay.
Cause that be the always funny thing. You see my little short ass pop out that big ass car. Just hop right out. What the hell? Big old coupe, man. Exactly. And it was yeah, you right, Coach. Time to bring it out, but man, it's that's my goal. That's one of my. I keep saying my goal. I'm gonna make it happen in 2020.
It's gonna be done.
It's gonna be done, man. I was just sitting there looking at my girl the other day, like, shit, man. And I done made out all kind of plans and stuff like that, but that's one of the things, man. It's just been eating at me a lot.
Okay.
With getting it done and stuff like that. But I say all that to say that, just like I get in, I talk to people about things they want to do and how to go about setting it. I am a failure at some of the things that I've tried to do. And for the most part, the things I do a little bit more, I won't say life enhancing, I try to get taken care of. Mm-hmm. But that Cadillac, man, shoot. It's a thing about when you ride that Coupe de Ville, you don't feel bumps. It's
you just
yeah, Lord have mercy. The ass shocks. Man, feel like a genie on the carpet. That's all it is. What a couple of rug, the genie, man. Nothing like it, man.
Was it all original or you had something?
Oh, it's all original. I ain't had no 20s and 12s. No. Oh, hell no. No, I ain't had nothing like that. No, it was original. No. This is straight Goldie from the Mac, chilling. Donnie Brasco. No. Oh, hell no. I ain't did a damn thing, man. This is straight. I even got the push
button. Original.
Yeah, the original button. The damn. You don't just tap Beyonce. You push it and it shoot. You push 103 and 107 pop out. Oh boy. Boy.
It's all original.
Yeah, all original. Too damn original and everything. But nah, man, it's been sitting in there, dog, and hell, I don't got other cars and my Cadillac just sitting in there. But that's the something I got to get on top of and everything. So I'm excited about that. Now, when we starting everything off, guys, I do want to kind of just rehash a couple things, look at some of the major accomplishments that I had in last year and everything. So, like I tell everybody, we try to set our goals, do that free fall brainstorm to kind of list the things you want to accomplish for the year and, kind of make those adjustments here and there. And if you want to do something, you make it incremental and attainable. And on a monthly basis, you kind of just putting your monthly goals, and if you do the summation of the monthly goals, that add to the yearly goal at the end and everything. And even some of them goals may just take 3 months, some may take 6 months, some may take a year. But if you break it down, you'll achieve it. And so I want to go over some of the major ones that I achieved. The first thing what Lab Brother brought up, Changing Live reached 2,400 subscribers. And that was like at the end of the year, man. And I'm just telling you, I was at 1,250. At the end of 2018, and I was really at 15. My goal was 1,500.
Right.
At I wanted 1,500 subscribers at the end of 2019, and to surpass it like that, I felt real good.
That's right.
I felt real good. I did a whole lot of Chitlin Circus stuff, and begging and everything like that. But I learned a lot. Also learned a lot. Like we were just talking about, things you should do, things that you're wasting your time doing, what works for you. And also, was a good point, we talk a lot, man, is what might be good for you ain't good for me.
Right.
And some things be in the different forms and stuff like that, and you don't know till you start looking. Mm-hmm. But the worst thing you do is what? Stick that sign out there in the yard and say for sale or for rent, and think folk gonna come to you. You got to go get the folks. Mm-hmm. And I made a conscious effort, man, to go get them folks and everything and stuff like that. Now I still here see these people. I look at the video last night. Some girl, she talks about sweaters. She got 1 million subscribers in 3 months. I don't know. Maybe white privilege. I don't know. Shit.
Well, you know about the little 13-year-old boy who made $26 million from YouTube last year, right? reviewing toys.
Toys, yeah. Toys. And that's some shit. And I can't get William to open his damn mouth at all. I feel, son, look here. Boy, look, you look better than that little big. Come on now.
And he got his own toy line in Walmart.
Oh, man.
$26 million, 12 years old, already millionaire. Well, his parents are right now, but you get it.
I can't get my kids to do nothing. You want that damn toy? Do what you need to do. You
You
make
need
a
to-
video. Yeah, do what you need to do. Make your own damn video. I don't want. And William say he wants to be a YouTuber.
Really?
Yeah, all the way up till you take the damn YouTube video. So I'm okay. My son, but back with that though, man. I'm super excited about what we're going in the future, and again, and I'm gonna also go revisit in terms of what I got planned. But I ain't even set up that we would even open up that whole new Mr. Short Dollar new channel and everything, and a lot of that came from that mastermind group I was in this summer. Great Pro Speakers, where the guy really he brought it to my to my face like, look, man, D, you know all this stuff, but he was straight up to me and said, D, we all know a lot of shit. And what's happened was I really didn't have a niche. Mm-hmm. We had this show that we were doing where we're talking about life and stuff like that, which is great, but then we would try to mix in business and finance, and it was just too convoluted. And he was just real stuck on niches bring riches. So that was my whole thought process in the Mr. Short Dollar. Look, we're just gonna talk about business and entrepreneurship over there and everything. Still sprinkle a little bit in here, but not try to do it because I think what we're doing as far as impacting people on a personal, spiritual level and everything like that. I think I do stuff on a spiritual level, but anyway, but the way we kind of self-improvement and self-empowerment aspect that we do with changing lives, all maybe stuff to break even analysis, the talks about insurance, it ain't really even gel mesh with it. So that's the thing with Mr. Short Dollar. And I think we're gonna do quite well with that. Just putting that out there and stuff like that, because I do think that there's a very big need, especially in the African American community, of personal finance, entrepreneurship, and stuff like that.
Definitely.
We're talking business, not business. And we got enough business video.
Enough business people though.
Yeah, enough of them business people. So I'm super excited about that. The next thing, I had a big dream of 3 of my kids making it to the Junior Olympics, and my son Christopher's been making it. He made it 3 years straight and everything in the shot put. Yeah, Chris just won the big shout out to Chris B, man. I had a show last week. Chris won the Crossplex invitation in Birmingham 2 weeks ago. Came in first place in the shot put.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Shot put?
Funny. Oh yeah, Chris top 20 in the shot put, man, in the country. And I'm tell you something. Well, funny. One of the kids from the track team, he's in college now. He said, "Man, I remember Chris be at practice crying and whining. I can't believe it." And I'm like, "Shit, his ass still,
still crying and whining."
Crying and whining. Shout out Chris. Chris on the show looking at me and everything. Such stuff for that one, buddy. But my goal was to get all 3 of them in the Junior Olympics and everything. And I got 2. I got Chris and PJ in there. PJ worked very, very hard. That was his first time qualifying. And so I want to give a big shout out to PJ. That was a real testament for him to qualify for doing it, and everything. He made a lot of improvements to reach that goal. So I'm super excited for him and see what his last year in high school so we can do before he leaves. I couldn't get William.
Couldn't get him.
Shit, man. Couldn't get William, man. I'm still working on Will. My baby boy, he's a true youngest. He don't want to do shit. He don't want to do a damn. He don't do nothing, man. If it ain't William related, no.
They don't care.
No. He'll come along, but nah. But that was very tough because again, PJ put a lot of work in and everything. But that was one of my goals to get all 3, and I still got that same goal for this year to get all 3 of them in. But PJ in here, he looking at me laughing. But I was just glad to get that with those 2. Make it and everything. So I was real proud of myself. A lot of times they think Daddy is just over the top, and I agree with them. But again, I always say we can argue personal opinions all we want, but we can't argue results.
Right.
And everything. And I think the results speak for themselves if you look at the boys. And I probably make them a nervous wreck sometime too, But on the flip side of it is too, all the praise and stuff they get and stuff like that. I think a lot of me keeping my foot, tied up in their butt too.
Yeah.
And everything. So, but big shout out to both of them for qualifying, and William, get your stuff together.
Coming for you.
Yeah. I had a goal of being a guest. I don't know what did it, but it just kind of in my mind like, okay, let me try to do this. But I had a goal of being a guest on 3 national YouTube channels.
Yeah.
And everything like that, man. And I got on I'm sorry, my goal was to be on 2, but I got on 3.
Okay.
And everything like that. I didn't have no damn idea of what the 2 was and everything. I thought it was a kind of vague goal to set because I really wasn't for sure, how I was gonna go about it, man. But I got on Your Black World, which is probably the top. Well, all I'm say that the top black YouTube channel. But I mean, they all sitting there right at. Now they probably what's that guy? Phil has like a 1.3 million. I'm talking about just strictly all black. But they're right there. That's what Boyce Walker and his brothers, and I think they're like 700,000-800,000 subscribers and everything. But Lawrence had me on that. He's one of the instructors in the Great Pro Speakers, and he had me on that for about 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And that brought probably about 300 or 400 subscribers
From that.
just from that. You know what I'm saying? And just loyal listeners and stuff like that because they have such a strong following.
Right.
And that brought me a lot. Brought me a lot. They actually. That video, that was probably about, I think, like 3,500 views.
You got 10% of that.
Yeah, no, I ain't get none of that, man.
You said 300 people?
Huh?
300 people came.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about money, but
No, not money.
No, it's a short dollar. But yeah, exactly. 10% of that we're doing it, man. And that was awesome, man. I also was on a Stella Roof table who we did the interview about, I'm trying to fix it. It was Men from Venus, Women from Mars.
Okay.
Wherever the hell we were from, but we talked about that. That was a pretty good show. It was me and another brother, and I think she's based out of what was she based out of? Like Phoenix? Yeah, Phoenix. And there was another sister there on there, and another brother, and we all 4 of us were talking about relationships and all that kind of stuff and everything. So that was pretty cool.
Okay.
And everything. And I got a little tribe came from that and everything. And the last one was the Get Purpose Now show. What was the Dr. Renee Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
I was interviewed, and I think this was back in July and everything. That was pretty cool. I didn't know what to expect. That was one of the ones I didn't know too much about her.
Right.
But you see folks like, hey, we want a guest on the show. Yeah, I do it.
Right.
And everything. So it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool and everything we're doing that. But that was just, I say that to say, that was a goal that I threw out there that I really didn't have any kind of plan, but just me being Poochie, being aggressive and seeking it, I got it. So that's just in my mind now. Okay, I need to be around by 10 and really just know, okay, now I know how to seek these people out and stuff like that. But that was real good, especially for my growth of doing it, with doing that. I had a goal of getting 5 speaking engagements last year, and I got 7.
Got 7.
Yeah, 7. Now they weren't all paid.
But you out.
Yeah, I got them.
Right.
And I nailed it, man. I nailed it. One of the ones I think I was most proud of was the baccalaureate at Carver High School and everything like that, man. And I still didn't get my check. I'm waiting on my check. Just letting you know. just putting it out there. Waiting on my check.
All right.
And everything like that, because I ain't gonna say I'm coming back till I get my money now. I got a nice plaque, and I was asked to come back. And I think I gave one of them old down South Georgia. Real. I was kind of, I was in my groove.
Right.
Because people don't know me, man. Like, I don't read. I'm coming, this is all authentic. Yeah. Well, I've memorized, but it don't, and everything like that. But it was real cool. And I put a lot of effort into that. And I really took hard to that one for the simple fact that I gave the kids what they wanted. And I made a conscious effort to meet with the graduating seniors prior to everything. What do y'all want to hear? What do y'all want to talk about? Because they said they had one of the leaders from the APS the year before, and they gave a PowerPoint presentation and really took away from the kids' baccalaureate, telling them what they want to tell them and stuff. So, what y'all want to hear?
Right.
What y'all want to hear? And I think I rocked them. So that's, hey, listen, and all this stuff that I'm talking about, these speeches, they're all on the YouTube channel under the playlist speeches. You can see me and everything.
Okay.
And also that I think that women's empowerment thing, those sisters entrepreneurs and stuff like that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Being in the room with all the estrogen. That because hey man, right now, Atlanta is like this hub for women.
Right.
So anything a man want to do, they're like, well, it's just question, look down on. And for me to just come out there swinging and keep them engaged,
Right.
I was proud of myself because I'm just being honest now. If you try to do any kind of thing, like I said, female based,
Right.
they don't hear shit from a man.
Nothing.
Nothing. They don't even want to know, man, what's a man? You know what I'm saying? What's a man?
They don't want to talk about it.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. And for me to go in there and have them engaged and stuff like that, I was real proud of myself. Anytime I think I feel like anytime, when you can go into a firefight and you can come out on top and everything, that was cool.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, speaking has never been a problem of mine, but when you're going into the sun, you're like, uh-oh. You go in the room like, who is he?
You can feel it.
Yeah, because first of all, you walk in, you're like, you ain't got no damn business here. What is he here for? A speaker? The hell, we got a man speaker. I heard it.
You heard it.
Coming in. The hell, we got a man speaker and everything. You ain't got a man speaker. You got Mr. Changing Lives. So that was cool. Shout out to my homegirl, Trey. She hooked that up and everything and stuff. But that was real cool to do that. That's why I kind of stick out because I do know that wasn't something that I probably normally got received well.
Right.
And I think a lot of cats would have kind of stumbled with
Right.
doing that and everything like that. And I don't think I was the first. Well, it was a sister that it was another sister that's speaking
Right.
there and stuff like that, but she wasn't poochie. Hey, right. Let's keep it real.
Let's be honest,
Let's
right?
keep it real. Yeah. Board.com. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was real glad that they're doing 7 speaking engagements. And look, man, we're trying to quadruple that. I'm like I said, I spent enough time last year spending money, gaining knowledge, gaining exposure to now I know what to do as opposed to wanting to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And everything. So super excited about that. The other thing was that we didn't set off at the beginning of the year, but again, I'm bringing it up. We launched Mr. Short Dollar, and I thought that was real good. You're talking about in a matter of 45 days, we went from the YouTube channel, the Facebook page. I moved a lot of financial and business videos from Changing Lives over to Mr. Short Dollar. Got 1 or 2 new ones and everything, but just to get all that stuff set up, get the framework set up from just a thought in a month. Yeah, I was real proud of myself.
When you said it, you said next month.
Yeah,
Mr. Short Dollar gonna show up. I said okay.
Yeah, because I knew the need for it and everything. Then I was real proud of myself for getting that.
How long are those videos on Mr. Short Dollar?
Most of them like the same, little 3 to 5 minute videos and everything, just to do that and everything. So, and I'm kind of keeping with that. I may do maybe one of them 8 or 9 minute tutorials here and there, but it'll never be nothing too long. I mean, it's one thing to sit here and talk here now for an hour. You talking about adding, subtracting, and doing that kind of stuff for an hour and stuff like that, man? No. We're taking back the Harper High. Everybody be there down snoring and sleeping. So, oh man, I got you covered, Coach. Let me see. I completed 2 mastermind courses. That was real cool. I will say this, man, and I say a lot, and I do a lot, but I did 2 mastermind courses last year, and I always do classes. But that's the first time I spent some damn money. You know.
Was it worth it?
Oh, absolutely,
well
absolutely. And that's why I want to just bring this up, because the more and you can get people to swindle you. And I will say this too: I did my homework, I did my due diligence, and looked at everything from afar for at least about a year and a half on both. That's the real tax masters. I looked at them almost 2 years.
Right, okay.
I'm just like, man, I got to spend $1,000 for 2 damn days.
Right.
What the hell? You know what I'm saying? I gave myself every reason not to, and then I'm just sitting there like, results, like I just said, you can't argue with results. And I'm seeing what this man done did, and I see all these other people, even the tutorials, and I read his book, and I'm sitting here looking, and so, man, I went and paid that money, went out to Phoenix.
Right.
And I tell you this, man, Majestic Business Services, whoo, hey, man, we're going to make some noise this year.
Right.
And you know what, though? What stuck with me was I learned so much stuff that I could be doing, that we're doing now, that didn't cost me anything. Just practices here and there that you could just be doing for free. That you're not paying any kind of Facebook, Google, Instagram advertising. Mm-hmm. You're not printing. It's just more so just relationship stuff and leveraging out, Deonte, or leveraging our lab, who you are,
right,
and doing that. Like I said, sometimes we so got our heads and nose so far up in the clouds. Mm-hmm. We got everything right there in front of us, just not taking advantage of it and everything.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, and it was man, it was real empowering, man, and I was hooked. The other one was that Great Pro Speakers and Brother Lawrence Watkins and Al Duncan. Al's basically in Atlanta, but that was like a 7-month mastermind group. We just wrapped up everything in the end of December, and we strictly talked about the business of speaking. Mm-hmm. Remember I told you before. I'm gonna say this, and I know I'm not the best linguist. Toastmasters is good, but I'm a firm believer of saying, I'd rather say I is rich than I am poor, and I think at the end of the day, if you ain't got your hustle and bustle together, it doesn't matter how fluent a speaker you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And those brothers taught me the whole business of being a speaker.
Okay.
The whole, monetizing. Man, they showed me some stuff, and I was just, it would be nights that I would be stuck and make me feel so stupid because I was just overthinking stuff and just showing me, hey, man, look, this is what you need to be doing. Mm-hmm. Of course, I didn't roll out, and I was disappointed by it. I didn't get a chance to roll out that tax course. It's coming this year, don't trust, and I got 3 or 4 more coming along with it. But they showed me so much in terms of monetizing what's in between my ears. And that right there, that changed me a lot because I always been a confident person, but we all kind of keep ourselves in part because, hesitations. I'm wait I get this, I'm wait I get this get together. I want to look at this way, look at that way. And I remember Al just getting in my tail like, D, he brought up this show. He said, D, let me ask you a question. How long did it take you to write a show? I said, show. I might do it Thursday morning. He said, exactly. You can get the course done that morning. He said, but you need to be out here getting traction, doing this and doing that and stuff like that. And you just overthinking it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I needed that, just the courses, the ebooks, the this, that, and that. And there's no difference between them people that's doing it and you, so they doing it.
Right.
And that was the thing about it. They gave me a whole, I really, thank them brothers, man, because they gave me a whole perspective on stuff that I wasn't doing, that I could be doing, and getting paid.
Yeah, that's the main
And getting
goal, right?
paid, man.
That's the main
and getting
goal.
paid. So, man, I'm super excited about rolling out a lot of that information and stuff. So, I got some big plans with everything, but those are 2 mastermind classes that I joined. Again, my hesitation was trying to justify paying that money, and well worth it.
Investment in yourself, right?
Yeah, invest in yourself. But
right.
but I will say this too. Again, I was just being honest. I kind of look for a fall for a minute now, just to kind of I would recommend people do the same thing. Kind of just look at it and see what they doing and everything. Go from there. So but definitely don't be hesitant to pay for game. Don't be hesitant to pay for game. Google and YouTube are great, but Google and YouTube are free. And so when you stick on what's free, you're going to get what's free results.
Free information.
You know what I'm saying? I think Google and YouTube has made us a generation of lazy thinkers. So we'll look at it on the surface. Well, we'll look on Google, you see how to do it. But we don't go no further than that. You just kind of like you read a summary of the book, but you ain't going into the chapters because you feel you got to figure it out just because you see it and you're like, man, that's too much shit to try to go through.
Right.
I don't want to read all that. But then when you see it, you go through and spend time, damn, like, hey, yeah, this particular time I should have did it. This is possible scenarios that go, because you didn't read it and go into depths of it, you'll never see that.
Okay.
And that's why I say sometimes we have to kind of go that extra mile with paying or reading the whole book instead of trying to look at the 5-minute video or this, that, and that. So again, when these courses come out, guys, I want y'all to make sure you pay and go to the course, because the intro video is just that, the intro video. But when we got how to start your own tax business, how to start your own salon, how to start your own barbershop. I got a couple more we're going to roll out. I got a program set out, man, and this is the first time I'm announcing it to the world, because I've been making phone calls. This come out in the next couple of weeks. A lot of these park and rec coaches, they got these kids on the corners begging for dollars and doing these GoFundMe accounts. And I'm glad my team mom Mimi, she's in the chat now. It hit me. We got a system, a program down that I don't wash no cars and I don't fry no fish. And I'm going to teach these brothers, listen, this is how you get money. You guys want to be park and rec coaches. This is how you get money. And you ain't out here begging and asking nobody. You ain't going to the dope dealer to sponsor you.
Right.
You ain't doing all this crazy stuff. We ain't doing. No, listen, I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. So that's a program. So I spent the past 3 weeks talking to different park directors at different places. Hey, guys, I want to meet with you guys, let you guys know this is what I've done. Again, these are results.
Right.
And I'm going to wheel that program out to everybody. So again, just I wanted to kind of see what kind of reception. Because people, those leaders, they're a good barometer, have a good barometer of how that people are, how they're going to receive information and stuff like that. So we're going to be rolling that out. It's going to be a whole program that teaches a lot of these park and rec coaches how to get proper funding, how to get those relationships, and keep those things in your team account. And you're not sitting here begging and doing all this other kind of stuff and going crazy. Because if you know you're going to be doing these tournaments all around the country, why in the world are you waiting at the last minute, ask for this money or
to get funding, right?
Exactly. We don't do that. And again, the days of standing on the corner with a helmet and all that kind of stuff, no.
So that need to be over.
And
right?
GoFundMe and all that stuff. My biggest thing is always to teach people, empower people. So if I can help you put money in your pocket and stuff like that, and enlighten you in the process, that's what we want to do. So that's a program that's coming out in the next couple of weeks. We'll have all the commercials and everything going out, pushing that. So this is my first time announcing that, but I have been actively the past 2 weeks meeting with these different directors to kind of see what y'all think.
Okay.
Because, again, it's not the class will be free.
Right.
But the program isn't.
There you go.
But again, even with that said, the program well worth it. It's crumbs in terms of what you're going to get. I want to major in the minor and everything like that, and stuff like that. I think my reputation stands by what it is in terms of people know I don't be out trying to shice nobody, but I think we got some good information, some good things that can help and empower people, especially going forward through next year and the next decade also. And that's pretty much it of those milestones that I accomplished, man. I'm real proud of myself,
right,
with that. And it's been a lot of work and everything to stay on top of it and stuff like that. But those are some things that I want to kind of poke my chest out about. Again, it's the Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Changing Lives. Subscribe to the channel, share the videos, tell all your friends to go to the YouTube channel, listen to them. I get a lot of folks like, hey man, listen to you at work and doing this, that, and that. With that said, I had this conversation on yesterday because somebody told me they be listening to the Breakfast Club and they don't listen to my show because they can't play the videos at work. You're going to go to Misfits Media Group.
That's right.
Because we're streaming the podcast. This is a show on YouTube. This is actually a internet radio station.
Right.
So you need to go there. We're streaming live on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, SoundCloud, Mixcloud. We on Periscope now?
We on Periscope.
We're on Periscope now. We're soon to be Pandora. You have no damn I don't care. You don't have to see me. Okay, cool. If you're disappointed you can't, I'm sorry. You can do that later.
Right.
But if you at work, you go to Misfits Media Group. Just Google it. You'll see my show and all the other shows that's on there. The podcast is streaming. You have no excuse. I had to check somebody about that yesterday.
Really?
Oh, hell no. No. Still go back later and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Right.
But don't let you not be able to look to the video. So when you driving to work and you can't look at it, hey, go to Misfits Media Group. Okay.
And then on the SoundCloud, on all those other podcast stations, you know how on YouTube, if you don't subscribe to it, you gotta leave the video up to play. You can close your phone down, and still play the sound on the SoundCloud and all those other podcast sites. I mean,
So I quit. Sometimes people just lie to you so they can get out of the conversation.
Yeah.
No. We got you. We got you covered. That was somebody. I had to check somebody about that yesterday. No, hell no. We got a podcast.
right?
This is an internet radio station and everything. So make sure you guys supporting. My family here at Misfits Media Group. We got what eight shows now.
Yeah.
8 shows in 2020. Come on now. Totally different from mine. You got the one talking about
All
life,
of them
love,
just about
comedy,
different.
everything. Just go by, Misfits Media Group and Google it. Go to the YouTube, go to the Facebook, Instagram. You got all these different shows on there and stuff like that. Trust me, whatever you like, whatever you want, trust me, we got it covered there.
That's right.
Next, I'm going to talk about the goals that I didn't achieve. Some of my setbacks and stuff like that. Some of the things I probably had my head in the damn clouds and stuff like that. Lofty goals. But I'm gonna bring some of them up. I had a goal. I am a reader. No, I'm sorry. I'm a reader and a writer, author. I have some books that are still kind of like in the pre-phase. I did write a children's book. Did everything. I'm gonna push it. I've been kind of hiding and stuff like that because it's kind of like a children's book for the other persuasion. But it's pretty good. It's on Amazon. Respect my brother.
Tell them to use their imagination and color of persuasion into the color they like.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come around. But it's I had a goal to write 4 books, and that right there didn't happen. That didn't happen. And I think a lot of it do. I'm gonna say this. This is not making excuse to being totally honest. 2019, I focused so much on learning and doing it instead of everything from an output phase.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the things that I have in the lab, brother, we got storming. Because I got a lot of stuff, and especially
writing a book is not really easy as it seems. People say you sit down and write a book, but sometimes you gotta organize it because you have it in your head how things happen and how things may go. But you need an outline of it. So like I tell Rika all the time to write a book, but I know it's more than just her sitting down writing the stuff out. Where did this come in at? When did this happen? Where did this need to be at? Who am I changing that? All that stuff adds up to it takes some time in order to write the book. So if you wanted 4 and you wrote a couple of them, it still was you still had good progress because I think you have to be a total author because a lot of authors don't write 4 books in 1 year. That's all their job is. You think about Stephen King, he said he may do 1 or 2 books a year.
I got these damn books wrote down on lab. No, you're absolutely right. These are actually books that I have wrote down. You know me, I'm damn military, so
Right.
the outline and stuff, the stuff is there. It's the implementation. What I will say this, I got a grooming book. I got a book about young men coming out of college. A black wealth book. What's the other one? I got several that's still kind of like in that scramble.
Mm-hmm.
It's the to your point of just knowing, and I've learned a lot. That first book, and I'm gonna bring it up here, let y'all see it, man. I'm sorry, should have been there and leave it up here. I learned a lot, and you're right, just going through those steps of doing that and everything. But I will say, hey, man, I give them a shameless plug, Fiverr.com.
Right.
You can actually, as easy as it sounds, get your little voice recorder on your damn phone.
That's it.
And talking to it, they can
voice recorders.
There you go. You can pay somebody $20 to transcribe it, pay another $30 for somebody to edit it, pay $40 for somebody to make you a book cover. If you want some illustrations, that might be add a little bit more. That can be $15 to $30 for a picture. But man, you can really get you a book made for about $300 to $400. A nice one for $5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then the onus is on you from that point forward of how much hustle and bustle you're gonna have to put in advertising for your book and everything like that, man. But you can, like I said, on the low, $200 or $300. You know, and everything. Now, if you go out there trying to do everything yourself, it's gonna kind of look like that. Because I've read some books that they didn't pay too much to an editor or proofread, and they got some of that APS English. Got commas where you got question marks, exclamation points, and whole damn sentences in caps and shit. that text typing.
Right,
You know, how
right,
folks,
right,
you see it on
yeah.
Facebook. You're like, who the hell?
is this?
Yeah. You know what? One thing about social media shows you how much your damn friends can't read, write, or spell. Social media, you be like, what the hell is he saying?
And here I am putting commas
Yeah.
and periods and capital letters where they belong.
Yeah, man. Social media show you how much your friends can't spell. Shit.
It's terrible when you gotta look at your friend and go, what this mean?
Now, terrible. You ask your kid, they know fluently what the hell.
We
it
could do
means.
that all the time. She say, what this mean?
So, let me,
So I have to go on Google and type it in because it be just letters.
there you go. There you go. But with that said, I did change it. I'm gonna put out 2 books this year.
Okay.
So I dropped it from 4 to 2, and I guarantee you those books will be out and everything like that, because that was also one of the things I learned in that mastermind class, monetizing and stuff like that. So we got 2 books and come out. Hopefully I can put out one, but I am definitely gonna have 2 books come out this year and everything. But that was one of the goals that I didn't miss, make those books. I had to go to acquire another rental property. I had a sour ass deal, went through October 17. I lost a lot of damn money. When I say a lot, I lost a lot of damn money. And that shit just never got right with me, man. And yeah, anybody know me, man, you know, shit, I don't mind making no money. But I got totally out of damn real estate. Just, you know, stuff I got kept. But any kind of acquisitions, I just, hell no. So I still, I changed that. So 2020, I ain't looking. If something fall in my damn lap, okay. But last year, man. That day, like I said, that was from damn 2017, man. No, 2018. I apologize. That was just, that deal went through, man. Shit, man, we lost about damn $20,000, man. I'm sitting here looking at it. It was more than that. And I was just sitting there like, you know, again, man, I can be a little transparent. That's why I said you ain't talking to a person that's damn sitting there. I done lived it. You know what I'm saying?
Been through it.
I done shed them damn tears and all that other stuff and everything. But we lost a lot of change. You know what I'm saying, to do that. But gained a lot of knowledge. Also reinforced some damn knowledge I already knew. What not to F with, but again, like I said, that was one of the things. But again, I'm not doing any new real estate this year at all and everything like that. But that was one goal that I had sought out to do. Kind of even, yeah, I had expectations to do stuff beginning of last year, but this year, no. Maybe we'll go back to something we revisit in 2021, but no, not at all. One thing that I've been really wanting to do for the past 3 years, and I really hate I didn't do it, but we all gonna do it again this year. Put this pond. So, you know, I'm a big Karate Kid fan, man. I want to put this pond in my backyard. Right. You know, get my feng shui shit together. You know what I'm saying? Just go back there and meditate. Now I know that damn pond I got gonna have everything but down the fish and lily pads. Right. I might have a squirrel or something like that. Then drown in my little pond. But I want one back there, man. Right. And I'm gonna make it happen. But that's one of the things I've been like, man, I'm gonna put this pond in the backyard.
You got a swimming pool back there?
No, I ain't got a swimming pool back there, but I want to put the little pond thing with a little, little angel pen and all that kind of stuff. You know, I can just get out there, sit in there and stuff.
Why gotta be an angel pen?
That's what most of the time, man, you see, man, you look at boardwalk and all them rich folks that got, make you feel like you got something. You know what I'm saying? Just doing something. They pen or they pouring something, you know, make me feel like I got something. And I can just sit out there and meditate, you know what I mean? But I can't meditate. I gotta get the hell away from my kids, man. You know, I'm tired of smoking my cigars out on the deck and stuff. I want to get, But that's one of the things that I've been really trying to do. The pond, didn't do it last year. Still got on my plans to do it this year and stuff like that. So hopefully we can make the pond happen. I set a goal out last year to read 25 books. I do that every year. And I read 3 books. So you can get about 20 in. But again, I was just so stuck on reading materials and them courses. Cause that mastermind group that started this summer, man, there was a lot of information to take in, and I never could just get down where I could just sit down and do a book, finish a book. Mm-hmm. So again, that was one of the things. 25 books again. I want to set the same kind of goal to read 25 books and stuff like that. I'm real big on self-empowerment, reading. You know, again,
I have set goals on how many books I want to read a year, but I noticed that I've changed a little bit. I still read books because I like to physically turn the pages. That's just my pet peeve. But I know like some books that I don't. It's certain books that I look at. I say I want to physically read this. Then there are other books that I may find. I say, well, I'm on audio book this and listen to it on the way to work and on the way home. So that's how I generally get the other books in, because I prioritize which ones I want to physically read. Look at the page, smell the paper, turn the page, and which ones I can probably listen to on audio book.
Yeah.
So that's how I get the books in. Because me trying to physically read every book, it's kind of impossible because of the timing, the time that I don't have. So listening to them helps me get them in.
Yeah.
You may want to look at that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna count it, but every year I read The Millionaire Next Door. I play The Millionaire Next Door while I'm driving and stuff like that. So to the point with the audio book, that's one of the books that I revisit every week. But even to the point of just book reading, like I tell people, when you want to start reading, again, a lot of times, a lot of brothers get forced to read because they go to the penitentiary. They got nothing else to do but work on that in the art game. But if you want to start reading, you're not necessarily a reader. My suggestion to you is it's just kind of like working out. Read a little bit here and then more, a page here, a paragraph there. And what happens is, because when you don't read, your eyes get tired quick. It's just like working out. Build those muscles out gradually and just read. Because I want to stress this to a lot of people, especially now I know like friends, whatever. I don't like talking about black folks in the whole, but we say that a lot of times because that's what we mostly deal with. People tend to read things that they are interested in instead of things that probably they wouldn't normally read. And they kind of miss out on a lot of things that they don't. I always tell people the most powerful, business book I read was Donald Trump's Art of the Deal. My best friend always say he didn't read the book or he didn't write the book. I don't give a damn. But that book, period, changed. It had a lot to do with me being the businessman I am today. That was probably one of these moments. And I tell people all the time, you getting in business, read that book, because that book is going to give you the blueprint on how to conduct business, on how to find the right people with the right skill set to make sure a task get done. And again, you got your personal feelings about that guy all you want, but again, hey man, you're still big now. So
I'm pulling that out of the Steve Jobs book. I'm pulling those things out because I'm reading his book lately. I'm pulling the things you just said about business out of that book.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why, but and other things too. But just the focus and the way he handled things, I'm finding that in Steve Jobs' book.
I ain't read that. That's a book I'm gonna get to try to knock out this year.
Yeah.
But that Art of the Deal, man. And like I say, people know me. You've been in my crib. I got like 6 of Donald Trump's books. I'm not a Trump fan.
You just like
but his books,
like the business aspects of it. Yeah.
But the Art of the Deal, man, I read that book almost 20 years ago, man. And I'm just telling you, man. I tell anybody. I've had all my kids read it, all my buddies. Hey, read that book. It'll set you on the right pathway.
You say you read The Millionaire Next Door. Did you read The Wealthy Bob?
Yeah, I got all that stuff.
Okay.
I got I'm taking you to the crib, man. I got a whole library at my house. I got books all over and everything like that. I got, man, most self-improvement or, one-on-one business books I have. Okay. I got them, all in there, stuff like that, man. I got 2 rooms full of bookshelves and everything that I have. But that's why, I just want people to kind of get used to or accustomed to reading things they don't necessarily be interested in and everything. So the 25 books with that. Again, this is Change Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe to it and everything. Got a lot of good stuff planned for this year and everything. We're shooting along with everything. Let me see. What can I, like I said, one thing about it that I want to just avoid, avoid some of the missteps that I had last year. I think I can do, even though I'm very organized, I think I can do a better job being organized. Being focused on some of the things, being realistic about what I can and can't do. A lot of times, again, I'm just being transparent myself. We can be ignorant to how massive certain things are on our own set of doing. Like, I can do it. Then you get knee deep in like, nah, this shit gonna take some while. This shit gonna take more people or more effort and stuff like that. So, toning down some of them goals and being a little more realistic about things. Like I said, that whole rental property thing, I ain't doing it.
You ain't doing
no. I 2021 we'll revisit it. We'll revisit it and everything like that. Also give me a lot of time to kind of be working on, my debt to income and stuff like that. Because I want to do I want to go in a different direction with some more stuff and everything that I want to do. As far as with rental properties and stuff like that. So I got a vision I want to be at, but I need to get a couple things in place with that. But also, I just, like I said, 2020 be more focused on the things I do, and because I was very meticulous this year with my goal setting, and make sure I can set things up that I can keep on track, that I can make happen and stuff like that. But out of 25 goals, man, I reached 18 of them. I reached 18 of them and everything, so I'm super proud of myself for doing that. To this point, as a tip, when I ask people, like, do you have a business coach? Do you have some kind of a life coach or accountability partner and everything? Somebody that's going to kind of check on you, hold your feet to the fire, say something to you, hey, did you do this and everything? And make sure that person is going to make you maybe uncomfortable if you don't do that, everything. Sometimes people say, look, I don't even really want to hear that, but no, you got to be receptive to that, and they need to be receptive to, some of the criticism you're going to give them, because y'all signed on to be, I got you, you got me, and stuff like that. And also, kind of like what we talked about before, even with the stuff I know, even with the guy, I'm thinking about the guy that I went to here in Phoenix, that I paid $1,000 here for 2 days. His mentor came, and he was there. He charged $20,000 for 2 days. And he came and spoke to us for about an hour. Really? He had like saying 1 hour too. 88 years old, man. 88 years old. He said something that kind of confirmed with it. He said, don't take your ass to damn what's the speaking thing? Toastmasters. Just get out there and speak. When he just told it, wasn't any part of the subject. He just brought it out there and stuff like that. But it kind of reaffirmed how I felt. I got better just doing reps and doing it as opposed to working on, like I said, my linguistic skills, which you do need it there. But if your delivery is there, your content is there, and people like you, people going to be more concerned with that than, just giving proper diction and everything like that. But again, he paid this guy $20,000 for 2 years. This guy, he was like, I've talked to kings and queens and this, that, and that, presidents and all that kind of stuff. So wow, and leading with that is, if you don't have those people, you got to pay for them. Do it. Now, with me, I am a life coach. I am a business consultant, also, personal consultant. Also, with all the tasks we have, you'll see the link to book an appointment. You have appointments you can book for tax preparation, but also just straight consulting. We're extremely affordable to do that. But again, I can't stress to you enough. If you need things, the information gets you to the next level. And I am one of those people. I think I have a reputation. You can just Google me. And of helping people, reach goals and exceed to the next level. Book an appointment and stuff like that. So that is something that if you know you need it, don't sit here and try to do stuff that you ain't never done before. Again, I can't tell you, and I'm not tripping. How many people, man, Deonte, bro, I know I called you last year, bro, but I need you now. And yeah, we're gonna fix it. But again, now we're doing open heart surgery. Well, we could have delivered a baby last year.
Right.
So again, before the IRS call you, before the sheriffs and all them come looking for you, before you get that eviction notice on your damn door, give us a call. Right. Again, that's Deonte Burden, Majestic Business Services. Like I said, I also put the consulting appointment link on there. So just hit us up and everything. We'll get you squared away. As always, people a lot of times, most times their biggest crutch. And I just want to kind of leave everybody with this. Don't make plans with time that you don't really have. Far too often we put off stuff for next year and the year after, and when I get right with this and stuff. Everybody knows close to me, I buried my cousin a month ago. And it's been, 16 years, my best friend died. And we take life for granted. And the shit we think we can do tomorrow or next week or next month, we really can't. And that shit ain't promised to you. And we use it as a crutch to say, okay, well, I'll get it done. Don't do it. So don't be making plans.
25 good seasons left. That's what I tell myself every day.
There you go, 25 good seasons. I don't even know if I got that damn many. Lab on a whole different damn sports.
25 good seasons. I'm telling you, 25 summers.
See?
25 summers.
See, there you go, 25
and that's
summers.
Not even guaranteed 25 summers that'll be good and functioning. That's just an average of lifespan for black men.
There you go. There you go.
It may only be Yeah, but I'm yes, I want to be able to handle myself, and it may be longer, but in actuality, 20. And when you say it like that, it really, I mean, when my birthday came and I started thinking like that, it really changed my perspective. Because when you say years, it's like, oh, years. You know, it puts a longer it puts a longer exclamation point on the end of it. But when you say summers and how fast these summers and winters come and go,
Yeah.
we just went through Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's in like
Seemed
2
like
days.
seemed like it was yesterday.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know something, brother? Yesterday, when I heard Joni, she rang the bell yesterday, you know, signify her last chemo treatment. And when she gave a speech yesterday, it really inspired me how she was just saying, from now going forward, you know, just appreciate just the wind blowing across your face because you don't know. And a lot of times we take for granted, man, I go to the store tomorrow, I do this and I get that. And you don't know if you're going to have that. But when you forced to kind of consider like, shit, I might not have it soon or I might be gone, now you're trying to do so much stuff in maybe a condensed amount of time. So I kind of want everybody to kind of look at, don't put yourself in that situation if you can't help it. You know, take advantage of life. Take advantage of all the things that's out there. Enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. Hustle hard, work hard, make your dreams come true. Because, again, we got too many people out here busting their tail making other folks' dreams come true. So if you're going to if you're going to kill yourself for yourself.
Right.
Okay? So I just want to, I hope that we inspired you and impacted you, you know, especially me being transparent about what I've done this year and stuff and what I didn't do and what I'm looking to go forward with everything. But again, Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you have an awesome 2020. We got super dupe shows for January and February and stuff and everything. But make sure you reach out to us as far as those coaching and life coaching and business coaching appointments. But most importantly, just to be in the service of tax season here. I seen the calendar just getting filled up this morning. All the folks booking their appointments. Remember, today is the first day you can get the fast cash advance up to $6,000. We got $50 cash referrals going on and everything like that. So just reach out to us. Give me a call at the office tomorrow, 678-479-4007, or reach us on the web at www.majesticbiz.com. Remember, all links will be listed below of the video and stuff like that. So if you missed anything, we got you covered. Take care, you guys. See you next week. Love you. Talk to you later.